This is Georgia. I am the Jackson Worldwide Sales Manager, and I'm in the company since 17 years. We are specialized in 3D solution for management of 3D data and also solution for mobile mapping.
Yes, yeah.
Hi, I'm
Great.
Lindsay. I'm from Urban Surveys and we are based in Dubai. We are a digital surveying company, so we specialize in 3D laser scanning. We also specialize in drone surveys and 3D modeling solutions.
I'm Charles Jennings. I run a technical consultancy and we specialize in training companies to implement new workflows, either survey companies that need additional geospatial support, say in Revit modeling, or non-geospatial companies that are using geospatial equipment such as total stations, levels, or GNSS poles, and allowing them to bring more things in-house. So we provide services until they're ready themselves, give them the training, and then hand things back over so people can bring that thing internally and reduce costs.
Yeah, thank you.
I am Rana Omran, the division manager for GeoSmart Civil based in Dubai. We are specialized for the 3D mapping, digital solutions from hardware and software, even providing trainings for our customers and after selling as a technical support. But we are mainly specialized for 3D solutions. From mobile mapping, drones, even handheld scanning, and for sure the software too.
Yeah, great. Thank you for your presentation. The first question is, surveying and mapping technologies are evolving rapidly, with new innovation being introduced almost daily. How would you describe the current state of technological advancement in geospatial industry? Which recent development stand out the most?
I can start. So I think that we are facing a rapid evolution in the geospatial industry since many years, which is mainly driven by the advancement in hardware, software, and AI automation. And I think that today we are seeing a strong shift towards, which is on one side automation and integration of multiple technology. And I think that if I do have to underline the key development, maybe that I could sum up four big families, which are, first of all, the integration of technology, because what we try always to underline is the combination of LiDAR, photogrammetry, and SLAM-based mobile mapping system, which enables to acquire faster, of course, the data, and also in a more flexible way that allows to map huge environment in real time and merge terrestrial, aerial, mobile data with a high accuracy and a high level of comprehensive mapping. On the other side, we have the possibility to, and also the research of automatize the data processing, I think. And one of the big things that people ask is, okay, I want to be more automatic, but on the other side, I want to have the possibility to control what I am doing. So people prefer to work on premise solution in which they can fully control what they are doing, how they are processing the data, and also taking care about the data security and what is behind all the activity on site. On the other side, of course, I think that another big advantage is provided by the cloud-based platform for the geospatial solution that allows to share in real time the result, but mainly also to give the possibility to access to the result of my survey, not only to technicians, experts like us, but also to ordinary, let me say, people who want to discover and learn, for example, more information about a site. So not only for technical person. And on the other side, of course, one of the other key, I think, point is that the wearable and the mobile mapping solution, such as, for example, our Aaron solution, are making the survey and the job indoor, outdoor more dynamic, faster. Also increasing the efficiency of all the job on site and also in the post-processing phase.
So thank you. Lindsay, you want to continue?
Yeah, I think it's definitely a dynamic industry and completely in agreement with what you've just said. We are seeing a shift towards more automated and integrated platforms so that people can operate, process, and access data from multiple sources in one location. And then you have the advancement of the hardware as well. You know, scanners are getting faster, they can acquire information more quickly, specifically mobile mapping, handheld devices. And then they're still maintaining an adequate level of accuracy, obviously project depending. And then we're seeing the automated processing option as well. So it's making it more accessible, more streamlined. There's advancements all the time, and it's an exciting industry to be in at the moment.
Thank you.
I'd echo what Lindsay has said as well. There's a number of different factors, a number of different bottlenecks in geospatial technology. How you control your data being one of them, use of satellite positioning to control data. Also, SLAM algorithms getting better and drifting less allows you to use them in more situations. The price of sensors going down, the price of computing technology or the computing power going down as well, so you can process more data faster. And then also having more efficient algorithms, so actually you're not using as much data to get to a usable solution for your clients. So if you combine that then with the increased use of robotics, so surveyors that started using robotics, a lot of other people in construction with robotic total stations, a few years ago, because there was an obvious advantage for using those. And then we are another great user of robotic aircraft or UAVs or remotely piloted aircraft, being able to automate those their operations as well. Drones in a box, either with remote pilot or using artificial intelligence and either LiDAR or radar collision avoidance and avoiding general aviation. Advancing in that way where you can collect data in a more automated way for a lower price, process it with less human input. Automating those processes means that you can get more done faster, and then all of that data that's collected in a more automated way at a lower price all then goes into a visual asset management system or construction design environment, which can then be accessed by a much greater number of people. And then, as we say, keeping it at that silo. It's not just the surveyors that can open the point cloud, it's everybody on the project. So visual asset management platforms such as Sync 360, using for oil and gas or other infrastructure to be able to send people a work order to a location saying, go and have a look at this valve without having to go there physically first. Also AVAG or propeller, where you're putting a lot of drone data into a platform and you can see your construction progress over time without needing to have specialist software. That I think is a real positive direction that we're going in.
I think I agree with all of you that already the geospatial industry has like a rapid transformation phase for in different applications, in different sectors, like not only for the hardware, software, but also for the data processing capabilities with most of the solutions providing in the market. I think is that the integrations that happened between the AI and between the machine learning, it's already increased the capabilities and accuracy, and for sure it's now faster than before with the data analysis. For sure, more accurate data already achieved. I think not only in one sector, as I mentioned, it will be now we can see this in digital twin technologies. Now we can create virtual reality or visualizing the geospatial data in a different way, not as before, but I think that the more accurate efficiency data achieved already across different industries in the market. For sure, also with I think the SLAM technology, now it's already increased the real time possibility for geoprocessing data for geospatial data, especially using the Internet of Things or, as I mentioned, the AI. And this is really a big like rapid or big jump for the technologies nowadays in this field.
Thank you, Rana. The next question is, which I like always, is about biggest advantage of these technologies is advancing rapidly, and LiDAR, photogrammetry, and SLAM are widely used in surveying. What do you see the biggest advantage of these technologies, and how are they improving the industry?
I think firstly,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
all of those applications have got great benefits, but
yeah.
I'm a big advocate for using the right tool for the job. So not every project, for example, needs a terrestrial laser scanner. You don't need that level of accuracy. Sometimes the project end goal is speed and efficiency, and you want to capture information quickly, where you would maybe use something like a SLAM handheld device. Or maybe you want a detailed visualization, and then photogrammetry would be the better option. So I think all of these can be used in parallel to achieve optimal end results. And it really just depends on what the client's end goal is, and ensuring that you're not just using one of the technologies just for the sake of it. You're actually creating a methodology that is going to give you the best end result.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, Lindsay, because I think that one of the key point is the integration of this technology, especially because, of course, we are always, I think that we have always to think that we are approaching a survey. And so every survey is a case by case, and it depends on what I have to achieve, the needs, the goal. And so in this way, I do have also to choose the right technology. But the main strength is the combination of this technology, because a TLS cannot substitute a UAV, or a SLAM cannot substitute a TLS. So really the key point is the combination of all of these technologies, so that the professionals can work in different scenarios, and they can move depending on what they have to need, and what they have to do and to achieve, from small scale to big scale. So definitely, I think that the integration is really the key point, if we think about how this technology can improve the industry.
I was going to say probably the greatest advantage that I see from photogrammetry and LiDAR is in topographical surveying. So if you're doing, as I have done, if you're walking around where there's going to be a solar farm, I am going to have to measure where the gate posts are. I'm going to have to measure the tree width. I'm going to have to pick up ditches. But the rest of it can be filled in with a photogrammetry survey. So that saves a huge amount in topography. And if you use LiDAR, you may also be able to save more time again, or potentially a SLAM scanner connected to GNSS on a backpack. You can fit in some areas as well where you wouldn't get with the airborne LiDAR. So it's using these mass data capture methods to save a lot of time for the people who are the boots on the ground. So what might take you a couple of months, you can do a week with your GPS pole, and then also fly within the same day with a fixed wing or rotary wing drone, and capture the remainder of the data you need, and then digitize it in the office.
I think that nowadays the SLAM technology already has like something new in the market, and this is already it's a game changer for real-time data capture while it's already in a moving or in move action, and this already increases a lot of time while capturing the data and even in processing the data. And this for sure it's not the best for all the applications. And integration, as all of you already mentioned, is that it's very important for different applications to achieve high resolution results, and for sure the time and the good decision making during this data capturing and even data processing for like best results on the best time for the customers, and for sure the consultant and all the involved team. I think that all of them together, it's already like an improving the industry by like decreasing or reducing the data acquisition time, and for sure it enhances a lot of accuracy, and this will help in most of the applications in the market. Not only the SLAM, but SLAM has some features already added, some value added in the geospatial in different applications. Also LiDAR and photogrammetry, each one has like some value adding to the project. For sure, each one one from each one, it's already the best solution for some applications.
Thank you, Rana. While innovation creates new opportunities, companies still face challenges in adopting next generation technology. What are the biggest hurdles in your region? Additionally, which industries such as construction, mining, surveying, mapping, or digital twin are leading this investment and why?
But I think one of the key hurdles is that a lot of the clients who are requesting these surveys are drowning in data. And it's almost like providing too much with not enough understanding. So, to give you an example, we may receive an RFP with someone asking for a 3D laser survey with no other context. So, does the end client have the capability to open this point cloud? Do they have the relevant software? Do they have someone who can extract the key information that they need? Sort of what problem are you trying to solve by asking for this information? And then I'm sure you'll all agree, we can hand over in this industry some extremely heavy and rich data sets. And if we give that information to a client without them being able to extract the value from that and not see the potential ROI, where is the incentive for them to want to put the budget in for this type of service for their next project? Or if they're going to do it in-house, obviously the initial buy-in for them to purchase kit, which can be quite expensive. So I think really understanding, again, as we mentioned earlier, this sort of end goal and not just providing information for the sake of it, but more of a broader understanding in the region of the problems that they're trying to achieve to make sure that the details and the information that they receive is relevant.
I think one from challenge that already it's a big challenge. As Lindsay mentioned, it's the skill for the customers or professionals for the 3D solutions or the integration between this combination from the data. And also the data integration or data combination from these different resources, like you are providing the customers the data from photogrammetry and from LiDAR with the SLAM technology, and how to combine all this data in one solution to visualize the data or to see what is the results, what impression results you already provided. And this is still the big challenge in the market for the data integration. And for sure, all this data, it's with terabytes from data management, and this is one from the big challenges, even for the customers that has big knowledge for this one, because how to manage this terabytes from the data or this like powerful data. It needs some powerful computers to just start to manage this one. I think that this is most of the challenges in the market or in the geospatial data, how to handle, how to visualize, how to start processing. Yeah, it's a big challenge, I think.
I agree. This is one of the challenges, of course, and also the one that Lindsay say. I think that is the education, of people in terms of educating people. This is what I feel not only in UA region, but also worldwide, because I'm taking care about the worldwide market. So it's something that is like a common, a common feeling. And this is first of all, a sort of resistance in change, okay? And this is something that is also in our daily life. So change means that it's difficult, okay? And so the first things is, okay, why I do have to start using other technology when I can do all my job with the traditional technology? The other thing that I think it has also been discussed in the previous version, in the previous session, where Charles took part, is also, I think, representing by the cost, of course, because most of the company, especially medium and small size company, of course, sometimes hesitate to invest in new solution because they say, okay, I have an initial cost, but I am not 100% certain that I can have the return of my investment. And the other thing, I think the other challenge is that all these big amount of data that I have to, first of all, store. I have to process, but I have also to store them. That means having a cost in which in investing in server or device where I can, store my data, is also, I think, pretty joined to the security of this data, okay? Because I have a big amount of data. Of course, I have a confidential issue that I have to take care. And so when we start thinking, okay, where we store, how we manage, everyone want to keep local, this data
Yeah.
without putting them in cloud or in server. And the other thing, I think that there are some industries that are, of course, much more keen in investing in this new technology because perhaps they already better understood the benefit of this technology. Like I am thinking about construction and infrastructures, okay? From my experience, the need of having the possibility to survey in real time the site, or even to keep in real time control and under monitoring the site, allows this company to invest more in a mobile mapping solution, in digital twins, or also in much more automated solution. On the other side, for example, also the mining industry. They understand pretty much the benefit from remote sensing and automated 3D analysis, because on one side, of course, there's the knowledge of the site, but on the other side, there is also the safety of the employees, because of course, you can start keeping under control and under monitoring the site without being on site, but remotely control and having a remote access to the technology that you can put on site. So the things that I see as challenges, and also how some industries react to this new technology and new things.
Yeah, because the mining is the highest risk because it has some of the highest operational expenses. They have lent into fully integrated and automated technical risk, all the way right through to you've crushed the rock and how much energy it took to do that, and then how much productivity you got out of that, how much of your final material, all the way back to your geotechnical investigation. So that in mining, it is driving that. Probably in Australia is probably the best example of that, although the mining companies are global. In the UK, there isn't really a mining industry to speak of. There are a few small mines, so that they're not quarrying is probably more prevalent, but the margins are not big enough to have those fully integrated systems, so they're doing a lot of things manually. And as you go down through the value chain, yes, large civils projects, manufacturing, they will use the top technologies that they can. But then your challenges come as you go down further in the value chain. So once you get to, say, a large residential construction site, they maybe use intelligent machines and a digital ground model to do their earthworks. But then you'll tend to have one single person in one company who's doing all the modeling, and it's siloed. So that data is then just one specialist on one computer. There are systems available for visual asset management, AVG, AG, or Propeller, for example, where you can put all that data into the cloud and then do your earthworks management through a central platform, and then everybody can log into that and democratize the data. But then quite often that's just seen as a cost and not a benefit. So the small as well then probably don't have access to that system. There's a commercial problem as well and a data management problem where, because you don't have vertically integrated companies, everything is siloed in the individual companies, and so the data isn't shared because it cannot be, because of data protection. So there's a commercial innovation there where people need to be able to sign multi-company agreements to access the same data. So people aren't just redoing the same surveys over and over again because they can't access what anybody accessed before. But until you get central construction and design environments or visual asset management platforms, which are central and used by everybody on projects, you're still going to have that bottleneck. So these bottlenecks and silos, they're pretty much the hurdles that I see people suffering with, even people on the same project not having access to the same data.
Thank you, Charles. The fourth and last question is reality capture, and of course, highly accurate data collections are the core of geospatial solutions. With advancement in the hardware, software, and AI-driven automation, what improvement or breakthrough do you see shaping the future of data acquisition in surveying and mapping industry?
I think that the future reality capture can be driven by three things that work together with our automation, multi-sensor integration, and AI. So AI, in a certain way, is streamlining the data processing, reducing manual intervention, and so enhancing also real-time decision making, especially in very big, complex environment. The SLAM technology, on the other side, is improving and make also the mobile mapping much more reliable and accessible. And on the other side, I think that one key challenge remains the data processing and ownership. So the possibility to process its own data on premise, saving and trying also to guaranteeing all the security and all the safety, but on the other side also providing the accessibility to this data in order to make them easily shareable and easy accessible to everyone.
Yeah, I think definitely with the data acquisition getting faster and then the integration of AI that automates the processing, like you've just said, it enables real-time information almost. So where we've seen a lag before, where we may be processing for a few days after doing the data acquisition, if you're on a fast-paced site, you're not seeing the benefit there at all. So if you integrate these technologies and you have platforms where the data is combined, then that makes it just so much more useful for the client on site. As well, the scanners are getting faster, more compact, more accessible. They have more powerful payloads. You know, they're able to scan and capture data in more challenging areas where you couldn't before. So, you know, you can mount it to a drone, a helicopter, a Boston Dynamics dog, you know, areas where we would have considered before inaccessible and a blind spot for the information. We can actually capture that now. And then with AI, process it in real time and extract that important information on site.
I think if we take the
Yes.
next step as well and we go past the reality capture, we think about the way that the data is used. I think enhancements in computer vision, so specifically machine learning models being able to better segment and classify point clouds. You can capture data, process it in an automated way, segment it in an automated way. That then means you could do either clash detection or as-built analysis to see whether you've got deviations from design, and then also potentially doing some automated modeling from point clouds as well, which are things that take up a huge amount of time at the moment. So that's where I'd see the advantage coming. I would say though, you're just going to need surveyors. So education, professional base of surveyors is really, really important, so you can really get the benefit from these technologies as they come online.
I think that the breakthrough now is the development for the real-time data processing, and for sure this will enable by the edge computing and for sure the 5G network nowadays. This is already improved and advanced the solutions for the SLAM technology, increases the efficiency, the accuracy for the data that will be captured from these solutions, practically not only in outdoor but again for the indoor. So now this is like some breakthroughs happened, and for sure I think that there will be something will be added in the future for this specifically technologies in the geospatial technologies. And another thing with the augmented reality and virtual reality, I think that this will open new opportunities and the possibilities for data visualization and the data collaboration between the clients and between already between the clients itself. This will like keep the message for them, or the data visualization will clarify more what's their approach will be. I think that the improve in the accuracy, the efficiency, data acquisition for all these solutions in the geospatial technology, it will sure like interact and utilize the geospatial information in the field.
Yeah, thank you all again. It was really nice to hear your insights, and now I just want to check the chat box for the questions. And yes, there is one thing. Yeah, I'm sharing now too. Yeah, with SLAM and the mobile mapping technologies, do you think traditional survey methods like total stations will eventually be replaced, or will they always have a place in the field? Yes, I can say yes shortly, but also I would like to hear more about your thoughts.
No, well, I think that we have already discussed about that, and the goal is and one of the challenges, the integration of this technology. So I think that the key point is integrating the SLAM and mobile mapping technology with the total station one. Of course, depending on the needs, depending on the job, depending on the survey, on the site, and blah, blah, blah. But the main thing is that we can really combine these technologies. So I think that the SLAM and mobile mapping system, as well as another technology like the TLS, can substitute the total station, or vice versa, the total station can substitute the SLAM and the mobile.
Yeah. So Rana, go ahead. What do you think?
I think that with total station integration at the moment, it's not that too much, especially with the latest technologies like SLAM technology or LiDAR or like AI. I think most of like integration happened with GPS for the like georeference data to be georeferenced from site real time, and no need to go to the office and start to georeference your data and so on. And also for the data amounts that you will capture using the total station, separate or like an integration between all this like combination from the solutions. I think that with GPS or RTK system, with SLAM technology or with like mobile mapping, photogrammetry and so on, it achieved more than total station. And I think that most of the solutions nowadays not focus on total station integration with the system, but to find like some other ways to increase the speed of the data capture and for sure the data results extraction.
So yeah, thank you. Lindsay, do you want to say something about it?
I think that the traditional survey methods will always be applicable dependent on the use case. Like we've discussed this before, it's the tool for the job, and each job is different. I don't think it will be solely that people will be using total stations, but I don't think that they'll be replaced. I think that as long as the integration is available, then they will still have a place in surveying.
Okay. Charles, do you want to add something?
Yeah, I think that you've got to think that in your shed you have lots of tools, and just because you buy a lawnmower, you don't throw your hammer away. So it depends on what you're doing. You know, it's going to take you a long time to cut the grass with a hammer, but you will do it really quickly with the lawnmower. However, if you need to put a nail in somewhere, you definitely need the hammer. So if you think about what total stations do, is they measure angles and distances, and by measuring angles and distances multiple times and using mathematics afterwards, so least squares analysis or Bowditch adjustment, you can then get very, very precise points around your site, and that defines your coordinate system. And that means your SLAM scanner, your mobile mapper, your laser scanner, other total stations can all use that coordinate system, and that coordinate system is then the basis for your project. If all your points get destroyed, it doesn't matter how many times you SLAM scan it, you cannot complete your construction project. You cannot manage your. So you're always going to need traditional surveying methods. Leveling has not changed. If you look at the surveying mapping textbook from the 1950s, and you look at the surveying mapping textbook from 2025, the chapter on leveling is exactly the same. So technologies will come along and they will be very useful, and they'll allow us to work faster, they'll allow us to work smarter, but you still don't throw away your hammer.
Well, thank you again for sharing insight, and it's really nice to having you all.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye.